Let us do prarthana and start the session. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Annado Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. The only Guru of three religions, Traitatiram, originator, sensational writer, Hindu virtue donor, the Emperor of spiritual kingdom, Sri Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. We are learning Traitatiram Bhagavad Gita, interpreted by Sri Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. So, we are in Purushottama prapti yogam chapter. Last week we learned first and second slokams. First slokam talks about Prakriti and Purusha, nature and the Purusha. Second slokam also talks about Prakriti and Purusha. Let's recap the meaning what we have in the first and second slokams. So one who knows that there is an Ashwatha tree. Ashwatha tree, we are talking about Ashwatha tree, which has roots are upward, its branches are downward, and whose leaves are Vedas, and it is imperishable. It is imperishable. So indestructible, we can say. He is the knower of Veda. Whoever knows that, he is called the knower of Veda. That is about the first slokam, the meaning of first slokam. And the second meaning of the second slokam is the banyan tree, which is called Ashwatha Vriksham. Its branches spread over many directions, not in a single direction, many directions, by growing with the matters of dispositions. So it gets the it is growing because of the matters of dispositions, emotions. So its roots are extended in the world of men. So where it exists in the men of world. So that's up to the second slokam. We came to know that this banyan tree gives many different kinds of fruits. Normal tree which is in the outside world, which will give only one kind of fruits, but this gives many types of fruits. And also normal tree has one kind of leaf, but this has many different kinds of leaves. So all the leaves are called the gunas. So the fruits are different kinds of karmas. So that way we came to know about the Ashwatha tree. Let's move on to the third slokam. What it is, we'll see here. Narupamasye narupamanyeh tatopalabhyate nanto chadi nacham sampratishta ashvatthamenam suvirudamula masanga shastrena dhrudena chitva. This slokam is talking about the Prakriti and Purusha. Prakriti, nature, and Purusha, male. The banyan tree, which is called the Ashwatha tree in the slokam, its trunk, its end, its existing state is not known. So its start, its end, its middle, nothing, nobody knows it. This tree's origin should be cut down by the weapon of detachment. So whenever you have the weapon of detachment, Asanga Shastram means, so when you listen to the ego, aham, then you are earning the karma, right? When you don't listen to the ego, then you are not earning the karma. That way, the tree also will be destroyed. So, is it very easy to visualize this Ashwatha tree? It's not possible. If you know a little bit of the wisdom, it's not known. It cannot be known. So, which is existing inside the body, if you have the full knowledge, full wisdom, then you can compare this tree. You can compare this tree, and you will come to know about this tree. You will understand about the tree. So, it exists everywhere, it exists in all the creatures' bodies. It exists in all the creatures' body. So, when Jiva took birth, in the beginning, when Jiva took birth first time, right? The mortal soul took birth first time in a first body. Since then, whenever he is transforming from one body to another body, the tree of Ashwatha also transforming from one body to another body. Because the Ashwatha tree is inside the head portion and it has the roots, they are very strong roots. That is called wheel of emotions. We can say wheel of emotions. Inside the wheel of emotions, the mortal soul exists. So mortal soul cannot go from one body to another body during the transformation from one body to another body. So when death arises, he has to get another body, right? He cannot wear directly that body. So the entire entire frame, the Ashwatha tree should uh, leave the body which is dead and it will enter the new body, enter the new body. So that's what it happens. So Jiva is bound to the roots called Gunachakra of the tree. That is true, right? So if Jiva left the body, he left the body along with the tree. So he is leaving the body along with the tree. In the same way, from immemorial days, bodies are changing and the roots called karma is being spread strongly. The karma itself is called roots, it's spreading very strongly. So it is said in the verse that it has strongly rooted. No one knows the beginning or ending of this tree. Now it is not known how it exists in the body. By knowing the beginning of this tree and present state, one can end it. So whenever you know beginning of the state and how it exists, you can end that also. One who knows how it is by vision of perception can destroy it and sees the end of the tree. So when you can see the end of the tree, whenever you know the complete wisdom, then you can visualize how it exists, then you can easily destroy the Ashwatha tree. In accordance with the first verse, one who knows about that is the knower of all Vedas. Whoever knows about the tree, he is called the knower of all Vedas. If he makes the tree without getting the water, matter like food and gunas, tree will be destroyed itself by drying up. How when can you dry up a tree? When you don't provide a water and food to it, it is going to die, right? So you can dry that tree. The similar way, if you don't feed matters and the emotions to the Ashwatha tree, it will dry up automatically. He who is not attached to the gunas, so whoever is not attached to the gunas can destroy the tree. That means he should go into the portion of Atma, the middle portion. So that way he will destroy his karma. So he will weaken the tree. Finally he can destroy the tree. He can see the end of the tree itself. That's about the third slokam. Let's move on to the fourth slokam. ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव च आद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः prasruta purani. This slokam is also talking about Paramatma. So whichever the state he attains, then he does not come back, he does not take birth. That is called the abode of Paramatma. And the Paramatma, who is the reason for all the creatures to take birth, and he is omnipresent everywhere, we need to surrender to him. That's what here in this slokam he is telling that. So whenever the jiva, the mortal, is able to destroy his Ashwatha tree, then he will attain the abode of Paramatma, and again he is not going to take birth. So it happens by surrendering to the Paramatma. So who is primeval Purusha to this world? For attaining that state, where birth does not exist. So once you attain that state, you won't born again. So, but Paramatma cannot be worshipped directly by anyone. He is beyond the worships. Then whom do you have to worship? So there is immortal soul which is in between mortal soul and absolute soul. We need to worship immortal soul. That way we can destroy our karma and we can attain Paramatma. Let's move on to the fifth slokam. निर्माण मोहाजित संग दोषा अध्यात्म नित्या विनिवृत्त कामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ता सुख दुःख संज्ञैर्गच्छन्त्य मूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्. This slokam is also talking about Paramatma. So the Gnani means the knower of the wisdom. So he will be away from the honor and longing desire or attachments. He will destroy his karma. So the karma which is making him to attach to this world, when he destroys his karma, he is detached from this worldly matters. So he has to think about immortal soul always. When he memorizes the immortal soul always, he is away from this external world. So he will be destroying his karma. So he will not have any desire to show, no emotions. So he is not getting any sin or virtue, nothing. Papa and punya, everything is gone from his side. So no karma remains with him. So that he has destroyed the Ashwatha tree completely, and he is going to attain the supreme state, that is called absolute soul, merging with absolute soul or merging with Paramatma. Let's move on to the sixth slokam. न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशांको न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. So even sun, moon and fire do not illumine it. So it cannot brighten the absolute soul. So this slokam is talking about Paramatma, the absolute soul. He is saying that sun, moon, fire, they cannot shine the Paramatma, brighten the Paramatma. If one who attains it, the person who destroys his karma, whoever attains the absolute soul, he won't take birth again. So if you have a small lamp, if you put it in the dark, so the small lamp gives lot of brightness. There you can see its light there. When you keep that lamp inside the sunshine, what happens? So there is no you can't see shine of the small lamp in front of the sun, right? So in similar way, the sun, who is giving the brightness shining to sun, moon and fire? That is absolute soul, Paramatma. So the Paramatma illuminates the sun, moon and fire, everything. So these three cannot illuminate the Paramatma at all, right? So such a great state is called the absolute soul, the abode of Paramatma. Nothing illumines the Paramatma as it has more light than sun and moon. That is true, right? So since it has more light than sun and moon, so sun and moon cannot illumine Paramatma. Those again do not take birth by attaining, that is distinguished supreme state. So that is a special state. Once you attain the supreme state, you won't born again. That is the greatness of the absolute soul. That is the greatness of the liberation. Let us do Mangala Prardhana here and end the session. We'll learn from 7th Shloka onwards in the next week. Om Mangalam Gurudevaya Mahaniya Prabodhatmane Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Sadhurupaya Mangalam. Prabodhatmam to everyone.